Hello my fellow Keyblade builders and welcome back to another video. I am the Kingdom Key, and in today's video for you all, I have been telling you all that I have been looking forward to certain games, and one of the certain games I've been mostly hyped up for and anticipated for this year is Final Fantasy XVI. So basically what I've gone and done is recorded a bit of the gameplay from the demo that I have played, and I'm going to offer a little bit of commentary, give you my thoughts, things I picked up on, things that the game reminded me of, and my overall honest thoughts and opinion of the game from playing this little segment of the demo that I'll show you. It's about 17 minutes of gameplay. I'm not going to talk over the entire thing, but I will talk over certain segments just to offer my commentary about it. Hope that you all enjoy. One of the first few things that I noticed and picked up on is that the movement is very smooth, and at the same time you do feel a little stiff while moving, but that's to be expected because you are most of the time walking pretty slow. But when you lean the stick up forward a lot more, like you could see, I can just do a light, I would call it like a light jogger pace. But yeah, I also noticed that the scenery and the lighting is extremely pleasing, just as well as all the textures and colors are, and each environment does give you a feeling. I'm not going to lie, this later I got into this area, it sort of did give me Castlevania vibes and also Blood Omen vibes, if any of you know what those old school vampire games are. I also have noticed some other things which I will mention specifically to do with the gameplay. This is just something that I wanted to just pick up on, which was a little nice thing. As you saw, I was heading over to these blue little butterflies, and they seem to signify that you're going in the correct direction.
With me.
Things that I do want to mention already: when you're pressing triangle to shoot your little fire magic, it does feel very soft and flowy. Same thing when you're moving the sword around and going through slashes, but I'll get more into the sword aspect of things when you can see more gameplay go on, because that was just a tiny little segment of me battering up some goblins with some magic and some sword play. But let's just continue through to the gameplay, and then I'll talk more about the actual mechanics of this side of gameplay with actually using the melee side of attacks and magic. Another little thing I'll mention: yes, I did spend quite a bit of time looking for items, as I heard that this demo is pretty decent length. It's not like a short 10-minute demo or anything like that. But here we go again. I am fighting some goblins using some magic, using some swords as well, using the sword. It was quite fun, and there is a move with the Phoenix power that you have, and it is very fun to do. I also love the way how you can teleport to hit enemies by pressing circle, and it's also sort of like a dodge, but it's like a quick way to just transport to hitting other enemies. So that was a lot of fun. And of course, obviously, you collect the 1 standard gil, 2 standard gil from base weak enemies. I do like this sort of segment here, where they just have that you walk up to something and then you can crouch over it or jump over it. I also did used to I keep pressing X. You see me jump quite a lot when I get near items because I'm still used to pressing X and pressing circle to pick up items. I'm a bit dumb. So yeah, naturally I thought here I could slice this wood, but no, you just press X and then hold R2 until you kick it down. Again, there's those blue butterflies to signify that you are heading in the right direction, and I just wanted to look for items here. I just love the way how you can leap down off of a ledge and press circle and go straight into battle and just dish out the good old beatings. And it was just a lot of fun to do that and see that transition. It was a lot of fun for me because I love how smooth paced certain games are. And also I find pressing the R1 button to evade and then hit up enemies quite fun, how you can just get behind them and strike them down. It's a pretty unique way. This game really did give me Devil May Cry vibes as well as Final Fantasy XV. There is another thing that I want to mention, but I'll mention that again as we go on further with the gameplay. I don't know why, but looking out into this section of the swamp area, seeing like all the broken buildings, really did give me those Castlevania vibes that I was talking about, and even giving me some old school Blood Omen vibes as well. So that's the specific section that I was talking about with this environment giving me Castlevania-like vibes. So hopefully you can all kind of understand where I'm coming from here.
Sneaky sods. We're trapped!
My lord. I'm working on it. He's the leader. But we'll have to take care of his followers first.
Care to thin the herd? As if you have to ask.
Clearing out this little wave of enemies was a lot of fun, and then having to try and deal with their boss was quite a little bit of a surprise when you just noticed this big dude bash right through here. So there was a lot of fun doing that, and I will say this was something that surprised me, but at the same time you really shouldn't be surprised whenever there's a boss. It means he's got a bigger crony to do his jobs, right? And I'm sorry that I did take a long time reading the information for formidable foes, as you know, dyslexia is a fun thing. Well, fighting him was a lot of fun, and it did give me very Final Fantasy XV and of course Devil May Cry sort of vibes gameplay wise. The sword smoothly, it feels so soft and smooth to swing your sword, more like most, like, you know, swordsmen have said that you need to make it feel like you're flowing with your sword, sort of like a dance, like it's an extension of yourself. You don't want to be just swinging it super heavily to try and like dish out damage. You want to be able to make it an extension of yourself so you know how to properly balance your footwork with the weight of your blade and how to properly swing it. It definitely did feel like that, and of course the way how the sword felt very soft and sort of like it was just going with the wind sort of swings. yeah, kind of reminds me of how Kingdom Hearts 3 feels when you're swinging Keyblades around, because I have heard the popular argument that Kingdom Hearts 3 feels like there's no weight to swinging the Keyblade, whereas compared to Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, it felt like there was a lot of weight when you would hit things and hit certain enemies. So I can agree with that argument, and then apparently the Kingdom Hearts team did also help and work with Final Fantasy XVI, so I can also feel their element in there, but also the open free range and fast-paced heavy attacks you can definitely see from Devil May Cry. It specifically reminds me of it from Devil May Cry 5. So this was a lot of fun, and I do love that they brought staggering enemies. This is what most RPGs now have, and it just feels very good for Final Fantasy. I do love that this Final Fantasy has become more of a fantasy aspect, not in some sort of futuristic, apocalyptic sort of world, like most of the other Final Fantasies. This game is like, you know, proper fantasy with like castles and all that stuff, so I do love this. I do like the character that you're playing as, Calvin, otherwise known as Wyvern. Right now they've gone back a few years to where he is 15 years old and he is becoming a shield, so that's what we're going through right now, without too much spoilers. But yet this was a lot of fun, and for me, I have just been enjoying how aesthetically pleasing the game is, how much fun it is to play with the sword and play with magic and then combine the two, and of course also just catch up to the enemies and, you know, just quickly take them out, and then also do the timings to evade them and then get behind them and then stagger them as well. This has been a lot of fun to do.
There he is! Damn it!
I do love how they incorporated that this guy was a boss, like he was in charge of his little band of like misfits of other goblins. Then of course you have the classic chase them down until they you think you've got them cornered, and they just lead you into certain more danger than you were already in. So yeah, we're gonna see that now, so I hope that you guys enjoy that, because this was a little bit of fun to me. Of course it's an obvious cliche, but it was a lot of fun to see what happened and then having to fight this next enemy that was in my way.
What's in there? Warble. He's not south. Keep clear of its maw, my lord. That thing's breath is worse than its bite.
Now fighting this enemy was a lot more fun because this enemy has poisonous breath, which we've seen be used a lot in many RPGs, and I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy has used it before. I know that they used it with Final Fantasy VII. There were some enemies that spewed poison and other things like that, and especially in Final Fantasy VII Remake. But yeah, I did love fighting this boss because he took a little bit more than the others, and there's that reaction again to evade and then get behind them and stagger them and deal more damage. I am absolutely loving the way this gameplay is feeling. It does feel very much like I am playing a blend of all three from Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 15, Devil May Cry, and Kingdom Hearts 3. And if I want to add another, it does feel a little bit like Final Fantasy VII Remake as well. So it does give a unique blend of those all together. Now this section here I loved. This was a unique, I would call it combat situation command, where you had to press square just in the nick of time, or like before the last moment, to deal a super amount of critical damage to this enemy, which I thought was a fun way to just, you know, go about this. So I tried to make it narrow down to like the last possible few seconds, and as you can see, I dealt quite a big amount of damage and in turn staggered this enemy. I had a lot of fun blending the fire-based Phoenix magic as well as putting as much as I can into this, and there you go, I'm doing quite a bit of damage, around the 90 to 100 mark sort of damage for when it's staggered. So this boss was quite a bit, and I enjoy the longer sort of fights with these types of bosses. But yeah, I had so much fun playing this part of the demo. I really didn't think that they would go on ahead and let you play that much in a demo. I thought it would be like, oh, okay, like here's one or two like certain things and then done. But this game is extremely visually pleasing. The story is very interesting, and overall the gameplay is a lot of fun as well. So yeah, graphics don't make the game for me, don't get me wrong, they're a nice bonus, but it is all about the story and the gameplay and how the game handles itself, and of course the world that you are, you know, supposed to be getting indulged into to be made to believe that you are a part of that world, and I have been enjoying every moment of this game. And this was another sort of evade command thing to stagger it while it's down. So yeah, just blending that in while it's staggered, doing as much damage as possible with my teammates here, and just giving it all a unique blend before it gets back up again. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I do not have too much to say here, honestly, but it was a lot of fun, and this game is definitely going to be getting pre-ordered here pretty soon, because yeah, this game is one of my most anticipated games for this year, and I am so glad that I finally got to play a demo, because so many people were giving this game a hard time from what I've seen, and I'm just glad that it's at least living up to my expectations. Yeah, because I'm honestly not one of the biggest Final Fantasy fans there is. I'm more of a casual fan, so this one hits the mark with me quite a fair bit.
My lord. Thanks. I never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but morbles too.
I'll petition His Grace to send a detachment. If we don't stop them here, they'll be at our gates before long.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall.
So as you can see, we're wrapping up, and yeah, it's just also visually pleasing. The gameplay is an awful lot of fun. Hopefully there will be a PS4 version of this as well for people who have not been lucky enough to snag a PS5. But yeah, this game is really fun from what I played with this demo, so I'm extremely looking forward to it, and you can bet I'll be pre-ordering it soon and making some more Final Fantasy videos for Final Fantasy XVI. So hopefully you all enjoyed this little look at Final Fantasy XVI and enjoyed the gameplay that I have recorded for you all. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and just let me know if you're getting this game, if you like what I said, if you agreed with what I said from what you've played from the gameplay of the demo, obviously, and yeah, so let me know what you think about that. Do you agree? Because I highly find this game to be like a unique blend of Final Fantasy XV, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Kingdom Hearts 3, and of course Devil May Cry. So yeah, hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video, and also don't forget to check out the other videos. Also subscribe if you love Kingdom Hearts, as I am mainly a Kingdom Hearts dedicated YouTube channel. As always, I hope that you all have a great day. May your heart be your guiding key, Be safe, be good, look after yourselves, don't let anyone put you down, stand proud, stand tall, and keep doing the things that you love as long as they impact you and your life positively and others around you. Try to be a better person each day and look after yourselves. Know that you are all great individuals. Hope that you all have a good one. Until the next video, peace.